Hi guys, I'm Danny and this is my Booktube newbie tag. I would have done this as my first video if I knew that it existed at that point. So this tag has 10 questions and it's all to do with me joining Booktube. So let's get straight into it. The first question is, why did you start this channel? I've been a lover of YouTube for years, since I knew what it was. I've had many channels in the past that flopped when I was younger, and obviously they're very embarrassing and I don't want them to surface. And since I discovered Booktube quite recently, I wanted to become a part of the community, and YouTube is something I've been wanting to do for years, and my anxiety's just kind of been setting me back, and so I just kind of said screw it and started filming, so here I am. Question number 2. What are some fun and unique things you can bring to Booktube? Well, I am absolutely mental, for one, so that helps. Nobody's gonna have an opinion on a book in the same way I do. Nobody's gonna review a book in the same way I do. Everything I do is gonna be unique to me, and like I said, I'm just absolutely crazy. Question number 3, what are you most excited about for this new channel? I think I'm most excited about just watching it grow, watching myself grow. I know when I get to 50 videos I'm gonna look back on my first one and probably cringe, and just the whole experience really is really exciting for me, because this is like fairly new to me and I love to learn, so I'm really going to enjoy learning more about myself through this experience. Question number 4. Why do you love reading? Ever since I was a kid, my parents always read to me and they encouraged us to read. Middle school I was a big reader, and I think it was kind of when I hit high school up until I was 19, at the end of being 19, I didn't really read at all. I recently just got out of quite a depressive state. I've gone through a really hard time this year and I've been struggling with my depression and anxiety, and reading has just helped me get out of that. Because, you know, if you're reading, you're in a whole other world. There's something really relaxing and comforting to me about reading a book you really enjoy, because you can have all this crazy, scary, insane real life stuff going on and be super stressed and anxious and worried and depressed, and then you can read a book that you're really into and it all just goes away and you can just be immersed in that book. So I think from the beginning it was my parents' encouragement, but from myself in recent years it's just been finding a new hobby that helps get me out of that slump. Number 5, what book or series got you into reading? Okay, so like I said, when I was younger it was just parents reading books to me, but most recently the book that I read that got me back into reading again was Harper Lee's Go Set a Watchman. To Kill a Mockingbird is my favourite book of all time, and then this came out and obviously I had to get it, and I read it and I was just like, wow, I've really missed reading. So yeah, definitely this book in recent years, but when I was a kid it was just reading from the word go. I can't remember any well, I was a huge Roald Dahl fan, probably Matilda being my favourite, Matilda and the BFG. So those from when I was a kid, this one in recent years. Question number 6, what questions would you ask your favourite booktubers? You know, I'm not entirely sure, because all my favourite booktubers are obviously wonderful and they do so many tag videos and they answer those kinds of questions. I think I would just ask them what got them into reading. I know most of their channels, they have some form of video that tells you that, their reading journey, but I think they do a good job of letting us get to know them through their videos, so there isn't really anything that I haven't answered. Question number 7, what challenges do you think starting a booktube channel will be the hardest to overcome? I think probably the potential hate. I know everything you do somebody's gonna be a hater, and that was the main reason I was so anxious to make this channel, because I'm really, especially people I know in person, I'm worried about them finding out and being super judgy, and I think it's just kind of me having to overcome their opinions, because if I'm doing this and enjoying it, then they obviously don't matter, and I have loads of supportive friends that are behind me 100% for this. So it's just kind of pushing myself to ignore the hate. Question number 8, when did you start reading? I've kind of already answered this. It was just from the word go, from when I could read. I loved reading as a kid. I loved my parents reading to me. Whatever age I started to learn to read, I've always loved English. From when I was little, it was my favourite subject and stuff. So I've just kind of read all my life, except for those few years, that slump that I had, those 4 or 5 years where I didn't really read at all. But I'm back on the bandwagon. Question number 9, where do you read? I mostly read in my bed. I'm not supposed to because I have trouble sleeping, and doing day-to-day things in your bed isn't really allowed. You're only meant to use your bed for sleeping if you have trouble sleeping. But it's the comfiest place I have right now. I obviously have my couch in the living room, but I don't like sitting and reading in there. I don't know what it is, I just can't concentrate. But my parents have a big armchair that I'm probably going to be given, and I said I'm going to use it as my reading chair. And question number 10, what kinds of books do you like to read? Everything. I don't have a specific genre. I don't know if it's because I've not been reading again for long enough to have found my genre. Like I said, my favourite book is To Kill a Mockingbird, but my other favourites include the book Thief, Perks of Being a Wallflower. A lot of contemporary, but it's all very varied as well. Alice in Wonderland, as you can see there, and just a mix of everything. I want to delve into everything and then maybe find my favourite, but right now, if it's a good book, it's a good book and I enjoy it. No specifics as of yet, but I will keep you updated. Okay, so that was my 10 questions for the Newbie Booktuber tag. Thank you for watching. I promise to have more bookish videos up soon. I'm just kind of getting into the swing of things. Thank you for watching and staying all the way through this very rambly video. If you want to see more of me, click the subscribe button. And yeah, thank you for watching. Bye!